All right, hello everyone. Thank you for coming along on this little adventure. So we're gonna stream Frank's Furters versus Illidancing Queens. This is from June 23rd. I know neither of these teams made Division D East playoffs, but that doesn't make their game any less interesting. I certainly want to build momentum going into the offseason. Frank's Furters been a team around for multiple seasons, so certainly a lot to build there. And Illidancing Queens retooled after last season, but if they can keep their roster together, I think they'll improve next season. Sorry, I said D. It was, yeah, it is D. Anyway, with that, we're gonna jump right into the match. As already interesting draft to say. Two teams here to get my sound settings set up. The in-game sound will be back soon. Apologies for the delay on that. But on the left, Dallying Pig on Murky. On the right, they switched sides on me. Nonetheless, Dallying Pig on Murky, Boggs on Stitches. We have Indecisive on Probius, Davey Jr. on Brightwing, and in the now in the top, DJ Cold Cuts on Deathwing, and they are pushing very aggressively. Illidancing Queens, Dax on Variant up in the top. Now rotating in Jakebot on Diablo, Sestrin on Orphea, Yotaru on Hanzo, and Born to Shine on Rhaegar. They do get the Murky kill on the retreat, but they've lost pretty much all of their top wall. They didn't leave anyone bottom to get Soak. And as a result of that, they are going to find themselves initially down in this game in some ways. Although, that said, Murky Egg bot, he's going to be able to come back, get that Soak. Right now, fairly even. Both teams missing that bottom Soak. See, Probius up on the top, getting his pylon killed, which means he does not have that turret anymore. Jakebot gonna get the hook. Gonna go ahead and walk out of there. Jakebot always welcoming people to the NGS general, so huge shout out to Jakebot, good guy. A lot of people have been around big parts of this league for a long time. Dallying Pig was around, I believe, in Season 1 with Team Conflict, if I remember correctly. I think he was... Team Conflict had Michaelin, Dallying Pig, and Quantaka, if I remember, who was a big part of the league for a while. Michaelin's still there with his team, World Hunger Avoidance team, who just barely missed playoffs. An interesting kind of inversion of the usual. The four-man top, and oh, what a great hook! What a great hook by Boggs. DJ Cold Cuts with the follow-up. Fantastically done there. Down here in the bottom, Varian Murky still working against each other. Probably should pull up talents. Varian did go with Twin Blades with High King's Quest. Got a kill. So keep in mind, kills on Murky count towards his takedown requirements. You can see he needs to get 5 takedowns. Hit heroes with 50 basic auto attacks. Might be able to get that off against Deathwing, as well as getting the globes. That one's a bit trickier on this map, but that's going to be a big part. Important to stack that. Up there into Diablo, he's going to be able to get away. It just seems like right now, Frank's Furters kind of winning this bully push. Brightwing having kind of the better sustained healing. Rhaegar very much reliant on his 10s and his 13 for healing, so early game doesn't have that sustain. Born needs to be careful about the hook here. Orphea all over DJ Cold Cuts, and they do get the finish. That's a big kill. Murky has rotated in, though, and Jakebot may have a hard time getting out. 54 gems, or 54 souls, so he's not going to come back quick. And he does go down. Tap coming in the top. Right now, no immortal damage whatsoever on the side of Frank's Furters. They are very much focused on getting kills and on pushing, and they have done those two things fairly well. And so, despite kind of the early kill lead, as yet has not translated into an XP lead, and now very far down on the Immortal. Here comes Deathwing. Really good ult there by Deathwing. Jakebot gonna have to walk out of there. Cleanse goes down. Murky dies on the backline. Sestron in the backline doing a ton of damage. Davey Jr. gonna have to back up on that Brightwing. Stitches is low as well. DJ Colcutt's trying to zone, but doesn't have the most energy at the moment in order to get the big flame charge. Diablo getting polyed. Murky on the chase. Jake may have a hard time getting back. Meanwhile, though, Probius does get popped here. And now Jakebot is down to 200 health. Needs to not... Well, does get the kill onto Murky, at least. Doesn't die. That's good. Varian has finished one of the Phase of High King's Quest. We'll take a look in just a second here. It is... takedowns. So he's got 5 of 5 takedowns. The Murky counting that. He's already pretty good on hero auto attack. 32 out of 50. 7 globes gathered. That's going to be the tough one on this map. Go ahead and... No, I want the minion. There we go. I wanted that off my screen. But this is a full shielded Immortal coming in. Already down to about half health. 5-minute Immortal, not super strong. Good start here for Illidancing Queens. Deathwing gonna zone out with the flame charge. Ooh, Born to Shine needs to be careful. Does not get the kill onto DJ Colcutt. Stitches does go down, but Diablo dies with kind of that last shot from the fort. That is his souls, which, given that he went Devil's Due, isn't as bad as it would be in my mind if he went like Soul Shield and was relying on that. But still, by no means good. You never want to lose those souls. Big game-changing moment when you do, Diablo. What's Varian doing on those auto attacks? 43. Murky trying to deny it, but, you know, he doesn't need too many, all told, and he's going to get those pretty quick. Diablo wants a Murky, question mark? Maybe? Murky does tap. Diablo is stealthed. That said, you can still see stealth heroes. Murky getting the ink. Murky has actually finished his ink quest, should be noted. So he's got that extra slime slow, and look at this. They really want this Murky. There's the flip. They get it. Meanwhile, though, nobody top. So big commitment to get the Murky, and they're going to lose their fort over it. They can push bottom. Murky Egg is going to get destroyed here, so Murky going to have to back up. But they absolutely need to get this fort, but the reality is they don't have nearly as much siege damage as the other team. This is not a base race they want against the Probius. This is very much not a base race they want, especially with... like, if they had Varian, maybe. But Varian spending all this time getting the camp is really kind of a mistake, in my mind. You either commit and get the fort quick, or you back up and defend. That Bruiser camp is not going to probably get that much value at this point in the game. Crushing Jaws. Ooh, swing and a miss. We'll see. There is good Emerald win. Diablo now kind of by himself, looking for the Probius. Can he get the flip? He does not. Ooh, Hanzo very low. Jakebot having a hard time getting out of this. Level 10s are here. Taking a look at the 10s. We haven't seen a Bloodlust yet. Will pair well with the Twin Blades Varian, though. Gonna be Gorge, Octograb, Deathwing going with, I believe that is the extra damage and the reset on cooldown when you destroy a structure. No, it's Bellowing Roar. The graphic is incorrect up above. Probius goes down. Good engage. Davy Jr. self-cleansing, trying to get out of there. Ping's coming in. Emerald Wind. That's going to buy space. Meanwhile, Born to Shine on the back does get killed by Murky. And now here comes DJ Coldcuts back in. Murky does respawn. Quickly. Keeping our attention here. Looks like Hanzo may go down. Crushing Jaws does not grab the Brightwing. Brightwing does, however, still go down to that Diablo damage. Auto attack from the Malevolent, securing the kill. Bog stepping up, just trying to be disruptive. Probius, meanwhile, did take the pylon damage. We'll keep an eye on that. Murky goes down once again. Not really the worst thing in the world by any means. And to that end, it looks like a pretty big lead still for the side of, excuse me, the team names are backwards, by the way, and I forgot to swap that. Let me go ahead and do that now. Did forget to do that. Early, the replay said the blue team was Frank's Furters, but that's because Frank submitted it, so that would be why. Ooh, Yataro. Ooh, it does go down finally. Couldn't escape the Murky. Had to run into the Deathwing. And Frank's doing everything they can to defend this. Eventually it will go down. There's the Bloodlust. It does finally go down. Healthy Immortal, and that is Deathwing dying to that Bloodlust push. Here we go. Immortal will come into the bottom lane. This keep wall very low, so this has a lot of menace in this attack. And keep in mind, there are 2 catapults top, and they are working down this gate. So that is a ticking clock that needs to be in the back of Frankfurter's minds. Illidancing Queen starting to push up here. Here comes Deathwing, 5v5 fight. Lust not available for 30, so that's a big tool to have down, as is the APOC. Octo Grab is available. There's a Gorge onto Varian. They're trying to chase him in. He dies. Dax, though, separated out by the Emerald Wind. Now the Octo Grab into the core root, and Varian goes down. 1-for-1 trade, but this keep is falling. That said, the Immortal not particularly healthy. Deathwing coming back in, getting the slows. Rhaegar's still going to be able to slip out of that one. Splitting the team with the flamethrower is DJ Coldcuts, but now taking a lot of damage here. Needs to be careful. Polymorph onto Orphea. There's the Q once again coming out. Ooh, Orphea is slowed, and the rest of Illidancing Queens needs to recognize that. They do. They go back in, but now the question is Diablo going to be able to get out? Now Bloodlust, they're looking for the turn. They got the damage. DJ Coldcuts goes down. Are they going to get another kill? Bloodlust has fallen off. Level 16 almost here. The egg right in front of the core. They kind of want it, but they're not going to sell out for it. Probius, meanwhile, is going top. Dax, this whole time back here, doing the Bruiser Camp, getting that in the lane. Probius going to clean top. There we go. Big wave stacking up here. Illidancing Queen's going to have to deal with this, but look at the wave in the bottom. Just as menacing, sans 1 catapult, but double camp in both lanes. That said, right now Illidancing Queens doesn't seem to have any urgency getting up to this. They're now starting to rotate in. 2 catapults stacked up with the double camp. Fog is now active once more. Watch for those stealth engages, especially from that Diablo and that Stitches. Those two can be particularly menacing with this stealth. Oh, and the stealth has fallen off. I actually not used to the timing of this yet, so the stealth actually just came out. Or just went out, I should say. Fell off. Defensive positions on this Immortal. Look for the engage. Diablo Stepping up. Murky on the flank. There's a pylon there as well. 2 pylons. Jakebot. Ooh, that is big. Big hook. Lot of damage. Out of that living bomb from Deathwing doing quite a bit as well. Pseudo living bomb is how I like to think of it. Ditches hook. He finds Hanzo. That's a good target. Ult's being used. Big bellowing roar. Hanzo's still alive. No, he isn't anymore. Murky does go down. It's a 4v4. Bluffs Liu's. They need to get a kill before Murky's back, but Dax goes down over pursuing the Deathwing there. Deathwing surviving that. And now Orphea tries to get, looked like it was a Gorge attempt to get Orphea into the base. Turnaround kill onto the Murky. Now trying to get Boggs. No, that polymorph is going to die. No! The self-sustain from our auto attacks is making plays, and Sestrin is just popping off right now. My goodness. Wow, Sestrin making plays out here. Ooh, but Born to Shine, maybe not the bite they wanted. Oh, and it very much was not. Charging in, getting the Murky kill, but now the Emerald Wind might put Jakebot in a bad spot. No, he gets the Brightwing kill! Oh, and the couple B-steps there. Ah, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Sestrin, wow. That was massive. That is knowing your hero, knowing how to maximize that self-sustain, and then knowing who to target, keep yourself alive, get the kill, and ultimately get out. If Sestrin ran there, Sestrin died. So having to turn around, try to get the trade, and turned into a kill, good. Oh, well. No, I don't want to go. Well, that time it worked. Take 2. Take 2. It worked that time. Sestrin does go down. No getting out of that one. It's been a fun game so far. Ooh, Jakebot in a little bit of an awkward spot. Very slowed by Murky. APOC used just to try to disengage, but without a combo to set it up, it's very rarely going to hit someone. Hanzo arrow. Ooh, Brightwing. Oh, she gets interrupted out of Emerald Wind. Plus now. Here comes the engage from Illidancing Queens. They're looking for this. They don't have Orphea. It's a big part of their damage. Born to Shine need to back up Dax. Taking so much damage. Protected, by the way, but it's not going to last. Down goes Dax now. Jakebot does get the turnaround kill into Murky, but Jakebot is just so low. Deathwing should be able to get this finish. 600 health, 500 health, 400, 200, 100. Murky gets the kill. And look at this. Franks has, like, never tried to burn the objective, it feels like. It's almost like they're trying to win the game without ever winning the objective. But now Probius finally starting that burn. Does have the turret to help out. I think one of them got killed by the pylon there, but has another. Bending this burn. Been a crazy game. Meanwhile, though, Catapult on the core or near it, still focusing minions at the moment. But there is the Gorge onto Rhaegar, trying to pull him back there. Rhaegar, though, actually okay. Crushing Jaws, hits 2. Born to Shine might be able to get out off it. No, gets dismounted, gets slowed. And down goes Rhaegar. Hanzo arrow, swing and a miss. And Frank's Furters now has a chance to turn this game. Polymorph, they get Orphea as well. Rhaegar and Orphea are down. Utaru not able to get that finish on the Davy Jr. Had the combo, but just Rhaegar in a little bit of bad spot off that Gorge, unable to escape. Had to dismount to get a self-heal out, but that meant that couldn't remount to get away. The slows just from this Murky stacking so hard. Of course, you have that pufferfish climb location now. That makes it easy for Murky to combo that damage. That said, Stitches going down there is big. 60 seconds in the penalty box. Right as 20 now kicking over. We got the Hellgate. But without Rhaegar and Orphea, it's going to be hard to end. Hellgate used didn't quite land that combo like they envisioned it. And now this Immortal is dead. Varian, is he looking core? They won't have Rhaegar for a bit. Hanzo arrow hits 2, but I think they need to back up. And Jakebot dead. Deathwing landing right on top. APOC not going to accomplish anything. Dax now. There's the Octo Grab. Dax is not going to get away. Good note, the Murky 20 talent is reducing the cooldown of Slime. Murky is just going to be a really big pain in the ass here. If Murky gets stacked, and if Murky gets to 20, with this Slime build, it is very difficult to deal with. The slows are substantial, as can be the damage. Illidancing Queen is just unable to end there. And I think staying a bit too long. 15 to 17 kills, absolute bloodbath of a game. 1928, 1929, and counting. This keep will go down. They get the kill onto Murky, but he does have an egg. Where is that egg? That egg is, oh, just back at core. So it's a very, very defensive egg. Murky just trying to make sure they stay alive. Now working on this camp. Can clear it very quickly with that post-20 slime build. Stitches trying to clean up this bot lane. Dealing with both the Kata and the Bruiser camp by himself. Not exactly known for his wave clear. Murky getting the Bruiser camp into the lane. Bloodlust used. They want to get this finished. They're using Bloodlust for the objective, not fighting off it, which is what I personally would have preferred to see, especially with the 12-second duration. There's the hungry Stitches. That is 2. That is 3. But down goes Stitches. Big APOC secures the kill onto Brightwing, but Deathwing all over the backline. Finds the Hanzo kill. Dax gonna go down here as well. That is Deathwing, but going down as well. 2 for 3 at the moment. Indecisive gets finished off by the Orphea. All 3 kills going to her. Dallying Pig gonna be able to get away from this. Probius did get the Death Rattle auto-attacking pylons off. They did some damage, but not really much. That said, Murky says, you know what? Cry Havoc and let slip the Frogs of War. As moving in to the core, trying to at least get some pressure, slow down this engage. Jakebot really wants this Murky kill. Oh, if Jakebot goes down, he does! Oh, Murky! Murky with the kill. Murky now moving to core, racing against 2 Katas. Meanwhile, Orphea and Rhaegar were burning the objective. Murky has this core down to 78%. One of the Katas slacking off a bit. He is on the turret, but Murky will not be denied. Dallying Pig all over it. Finally, Murky goes down. The core is down to 60%. 78% on the other core, getting cleaned up. This is a very heavily shielded Immortal, so I do think this will be game in favor of Illidancing Queens. I don't know if they have the damage to kill this in time. In fact, I quite think they do not on the side of Frank's Furters. Shields are down, both on the Immortal and on the core, but each strike doing 9% damage. Can only survive 5 more hits. That is GG. What a nuts game. The Murky getting lots of value there. Unironically getting a ton of value. Very well played Murky, but ultimately, that map comes to it. That was... let me turn my gain. That is too... That was one of the most fun games I've ever seen. Not gonna lie. That was a very, very fun game. With that, we're going to get set up for game number 2. We'll be right back. Going to go ahead and give you stats. Second, stay tuned. Alright, welcome back to our next gaming series. We're going to jump right into, you can already hear it, right into the next game here. Infernal Shrines. This is Frank's Furters versus Illidancing Queens, round 2. Here. I'm going to go ahead and introduce the teams. On the left, Born to Shine on Stukov, Setstrin. Really good Orphea game last game on the Maiev now. Big Bot back on Diablo. Yotaru on Kael'thas. Dax on Sonya. And on the right, it is Frank's Furters. EJ Cold Cuts on Diva. Dallying Pig on Anu. Boggs on Raynor. Indecisive going to be on that Gul'dan. And Davey Jr. on Malfurion. Here we go. So last game was crazy, incredibly bizarre, and fun. So hoping for more of that. We don't have any Murkies this time. Diva's a little bit of a niche pick, though. Looking forward to that. Diva going in. Raynor gets pulled by Maiev. Follow-up not there. Mouth throwing out the root. Disengage that. Ooh, Dallying Pig gonna take a lot of damage. The Gul'dan actually getting some E-stacks off. Up to 3 already. Diva actually, did she take Nitro Booster? She did. So getting cooldown reduction there. Ooh, the Living Bomb, though. Carrying the kill with the Maiev, I should say. Onto both the mech and a noob. Diva does get away. But only as the pilot, no mech form. Big Bot needs to be careful. Raynor not able to get the finish. 4 people bottom. 4 Illidancing Queens. Excuse me, 1 second. Sorry about that, had to sneeze. Anyway, Siege Camp getting picked up now by Illidancing Queens. Frank's Furters. Don't have anyone on their camp yet, although Indecisive just now starting on it. There we go. From there, both teams getting their siege into the mid lane. Diablo tries to get onto Raynor, but doesn't really have the rest of the team there. A noob on the chase gets the double stun combo. Mouth didn't have the root follow at that point. Maybe looking for a lasting root, not able to find it. Maiev comes in with the jumps back in, grabs Mouth and Raynor. They do a good job on the side of Frank's Furter getting rid of that Living Bomb. You go 4v4 here in the bottom. New Burrow charging away. Right now, looks like Illidancing Queen's Siege Camp out to win out in the mid lane. Sonya has grabbed the Bruiser Camp top, and they do have a soak advantage, so Illidancing Queen's going to be able to grab this bottom siege. Meanwhile, camp now getting cleaned up. Gave time, though, for Kael'thas and Maiev to get their mana back, get full, get healthy. Now we move into the first objective. It will be Arcane. So first Punisher of the Arcane variety. A lot of damage potential. Indecisive gets a stack off Sonya, but not really any menace to that pseudo-gank attempt. Without really the CC follow-up. Sonya just doing some double soak on the way down. And actually, even though Sonya's been up in top lane this whole time, it's Illidancing Queens onto this shrine first. 13-1 already. So a good lead for them, and it looks like they're about to build on that considerably. Gul'dan comes few, snipes a bit. Diva mech gets stunned out. She does jump out of her mech. Big damage from the Gul'dan. The mech zoning out the members of Illidancing Queen. Sonya only just now coming to join, and now having closed that gap considerably, 19-19. And now Frank's Furters with the lead on this objective. Illidancing Queen's looking for the engage. There's the stun on the Mouth. Jakebot finding Mouth up in the top alone. Maiev pulling the Raynor back. Can they get the follow? They don't. Gul'dan sneaking away. Here comes the turnaround. They get the kill onto the Maiev. But Dallying Pig gonna get away. Yes, has the shield. Might escape. Diva getting targeted by Diablo. Flip not there. Born to Shine is low. Will die to poison damage unless the Q comes offline. It does not. But the Arcane Punisher has been picked up by Illidancing Queens. And here we go. Punisher jumping onto a noob. Also gets the stun onto Raynor, so doing some damage there. Raynor needs to be careful here. Rotates back through the gate. Kael'thas, if gravity lapses up, could have maybe put Raynor in the ground there. Need to watch. Jump coming. Don't want to stack too much. Dallying Pig gets jumped in front of the gate. Now they turn their attention on to the Kael'thas. Can they get it? They do. Kael'thas goes down. Frank's Furters already has Sonya up on the top, but here comes the invade. They need to give this camp and walk away, and they do. Sonya, meanwhile, though, has gotten the top gate down, and now about set to start working onto the fort itself, perhaps. Let's see what Frank's Furters does. They are sending D.Va up into the top. Are they sending a whole gank squad? No, they're going to hang around back to their 4-man. Noob getting onto the point. Keep in mind, this turret about to go down due to these flanking Khazra. Stealing your opponent's siege on this map because of the position of the camp and the turrets can be incredibly valuable. We're seeing that here as the bottom tower has gone down. And it never even enters in the lane, making it not vulnerable. Jake kind of thinking about an engage there, but didn't really see the opportunity. Decides to back up. I think it's a wise choice. Both teams about level 9, well on their way to level 10. Should hit at about the same time. Will make the next objective, which is a Mortar Punisher, all the more exciting. Gank attempt coming up onto Sonya. Let's see if Sonya's gotten the memo about the rotation. She has not. Went back in. Now just with nowhere to go, Sonya will go down. Good pick off there. Well executed by Frank's Furters. Leaving Gul'dan to soak as well. Gul'dan able to double soak. That is level 10. We got Tranquility, Cocoon, Big Shot, Horrify, and Hyperion. Bottom camp picked up by Illidancing Queens. Level 10's coming in. Kael'thas needs to be careful. He's overextended with a flanking Anubarak. Let's see if they go for this. They do not. On the other side, Flailing Swipe, APOC. Warden's Cage and the Leap. Kael'thas ult pending. Kael'thas can go Pyroblast into Malfurion, but you have to be careful on who you cast it on. Anyone with armor or on-demand burst heal, like Anubarak or D.Va, is just a straight bad target. Also, Tranquility, you want to make sure that's out because that armor can make a big difference. Speaking of the fight, though, here comes the Warden's Cage. They managed to catch Malfurion, and actually Dallying Pig clearing a gate for Davy to walk out of there. So they managed to disengage that very well. In fact, much higher HP leaving that are Frank's Furters. Dax looking for the engage onto Boggs. Here comes the re-engage from Dallying Pig over the wall. Here we go, top shrine now. Both bruisers pushing into each other. Slight XP lead. The leap with the pull onto Raynor secures that kill. But oh, there's a root onto Dax. They're all stuck in the silence. They're just now getting out, but the nitro boost from D.Va being very disruptive. They're trying to regroup, get their heals out, and then re-engage. But at least for now, Illidancing Queen should have control of this point. Frank's Furters, though, not content to sit back and poke or go to a lane soak. They want to take this 4v5. This is very risky. If they lose this here, they could very well lose their keep wall or more off the next objective, especially given that the fort wall is already down. Dax, though, taking a lot of damage. Jake comes in. There's her Cocoon. D.Va broken out of her mech in the silence, able to walk out. Anubarak in the backline, but the follow-up damage isn't there. Jakebot, though, slowly coming down. Raynor rejoining the fight now. Jakebot needing to retreat from this. Dukov trying to get the heals out. Jakebot below 200. Noob goes for it. Does not get the finish. But now, is he down? Yeah, he is down. Raynor finally getting that kill onto Diablo. And Frank's Furters managing to turn that around. Sonya needs 3 more objectives. She uses the leap. She's looking for it. There's the APOC. Can they get the objective? They have not capped it yet. Sonya goes down. Born to Shine goes down. They do finally get the Mortar Punisher, but at what cost? Let's see how much this objective is worth, as they paid a steep price. Diablo lost souls. They had 2 more deaths. They gave up about half a level of XP and kills. What comes of it? Right now, it's questionable if they even get the fort. And given that the wall was already down, that is, yep, it is not going to even get the fort. So, certainly, with the deaths, they couldn't afford to defend it. But man, that is rough to get so little off an objective you paid so much to get. But now what can Frank's Furters do with the power play that they have? Level 13 advantage. Bottom camp being picked up by Sonya and Kel'Thas. Can they get a flank here? Raynor is in the mid lane. Maiev wants to look for the tether. Boggs wisely walking away from this. Frank's Furters will clean this up. Both sieges into the mid lane now. See how those go. A 3v4 here in the bottom. Although Diablo now coming down. Looks like Frank's Furters want to just get back to their 4-man rotation. D.Va up in the top lane against Sonya. D.Va just trying to soak very safely, not trying to let Sonya get any big auto attacks off. Sonya coming down, looking for the flank. Bit of an awkward position for Dalian Pig. He does get tethered, but the root comes out. Can he get out? He has the shield, 200 health. Gets the big heal from the Moonfire, but no! Can't escape. Really good job by Davy Jr. keeping a noob alive as long as he did, but it's just not enough. Sonya D.Va still working on the top lane with each other. Now, what can Illidancing Queens do with this? Neither team's really been able to turn kills into anything. All 6 forts still standing in this game. Next objective will be the Frozen Punisher. That will help. There's the big Warden's Cage. Can they get this kill? There is the Tranquility. Horrify. If Indecisive gets out of this, no! And now the question is, does Davy Jr. get out of this? Yotaro is taking fort shots, needs to back up. Does fort now onto the minions. They will be able to finish this fort. First fort of the game. Heading over to Illidancing Queens. Despite the kill deficit, Sonya now taking the Bruiser Camp top. Bruiser Camp top being taken by Raynor and D.Va as well. D.Va rather low. Might think about backing here. Getting healthy. Gets the heal from Malfurion. Stukov and Diablo soaking the bottom. Now looking like they want to push mid. Malfurion, the lone defender, needs to be careful. If he gets tethered, he is Dumbskis. Also, if he gets flipped by Diablo, he's Dumbskis. Malf didn't actually take the mobility talent. Took the flowing roots at 7. Or excuse me, at 13. Took the root CDR at 7. So even if he did, though, wouldn't help as he was defending alone. But the rest of the team rotates in. So 16-16. Equal opportunity fight here. Stukov did go full E build. We're not seeing the root combo, though. We are seeing the lingering spines. Sometimes something you'll see when healers are not maybe as practiced with landing root combos. They want to stick to something that gets some guaranteed value as the combo, or as the extra duration does. Hyperion coming out, massive swipe as well. Cocoon onto Diablo, he gets out, but the mech does a ton of damage, and Maiev is going to go down. The Warden's Cage will at least save Diablo, though. But Diablo is so low, not going to be able to rejoin this fight. Now a noob moving in. There's the leap, trying to turn this around his deck. He gets rooted, now needs to be careful. Ton of poison damage, very yellow health bar. Does manage to get away, but Frank's Furters should now win this Frozen Punisher. Top fort is also going to go down to this Bruiser Camp, but we are going to keep our attention here on this Frozen Punisher. Frozen Punisher with the snow. It's got to work out, right? Do they stack? Remember, snow gives everyone a small shield. It is a flat max HP shield. That is important to note. It is not percentage based, so that means the shield helps squishiers more than it helps bruisers in terms of their overall percentage of their HP. Born to Shine. Oh, she took the Punisher jump and could not get away. Needed to just wait behind the gate there. And now things could go from bad to worse very quickly here for Illidancing Queen. Frank's Furters should be able to get this keep. If they can get some kills, they might be able to turn this into game. Keep in mind, D.Va and Sonya still fighting each other. 1v1 me bro IRL in the bot lane, but we're going to keep our attention over here. Keep is still standing. They could finish this keep. They need to finish this keep. They did not finish the keep, instead turning around, trying to save their fort, and I think getting the catapult in the lane was a must. Try to get some kind of macro advantage for Frank's Furters. Sonya has backed up. DJ Coldcut still clearing up the bottom. Here we go. Now, Illidancing Queens maybe looking for that Diablo flank. They want this fight. Sonya's starting to rotate down. D.Va is in the bottom lane. But the rotation's now coming top. It looks like Frank's Furters has flipped their rotation. They're going mid-top now with the solo lane bot. Diablo flanking, if they're going to take this fight, they need to take it now, and they need to take a fight before 20. That said, a rather slow rotation, and that's going to give Frank's Furters all the time they need to walk away. Illidancing Queens need to be a bit more aggressive in this situation. Try to close this gap. Push coming now into the bottom. Do clear up the mid lane. They do clear up the bottom lane. Sonya going to grab the bruisers top. The rest of Frank's Furters grabbing their bruisers. They will neutralize in the middle, roughly. Slight edge, of course, still to Frank's Furters in that top lane because the fort is down, giving them that every third wave catapult. And you can see they don't have a catapult in their current wave, but the next wave does have that. Ooh, a lot of damage there onto Kael'thas. Here comes the Anub combo. No, disrupted by Jakebot, but the big root hits too. Secures the kill onto Stukov, and now Sejdrin gonna have to blink out of there. Kael'thas trying to get some turnaround damage. There's the Living Bomb, but the Tranquility is gonna mitigate out so much of that damage, and that is a kill onto Stukov, and level 20 now for Frank's Furters, heading in towards this next objective phase. That said, Illidancing Queens has every chance to get 20 before the objective starts. It is an Arcane Punisher once again.
You will take it for me.
Now, though, it seems like Frank's Furters, they want to defend that fort. They want to certainly keep their well alive, so they do save that. They are going to give up bottom siege, though, and with their keep wall already kind of softened up, that will get more value. Diablo also working on stealing the siege from the mid lane camp, although the rest of the team is back, so Diablo is alone here, and I think given the positioning of Frank's Furters, he needs to leave. That said, Frank's Furters does not check or try to make a play for their own camp, and so Diablo will be able to sneak this, and that will put more pressure to kind of nullify out somewhat this every third lane catapult pressure in the mid lane, which is important. They need to keep that lane pushed given how weak it is. Frank's Furters here, if they win the objective hard, if they can get 3 kills, they can just go mid and end the game. Very important to keep that in mind. So this is a much shorter margin of error. Here comes the big tether. There's the Warden's Cage. Leap comes in. Do they secure the kill? Silence comes in. D.Va gets out of the mech. Mech doing a ton of separation. The damage has not claimed any kills yet. Here comes the APOC, but nobody going to be caught within it. There's the tether looking for a noob. Raynor kind of separated out. There's the silence. Doesn't land anyone. This fight is getting so spread out. A noob tries to get away. Does go down. Malfurion getting caught out as well. And Illidancing Queens with a chance to make something happen. Although they do have the Arcane Punisher to clean up now. Mid fort will go down here. Bottom wall is down. Could take the keep if it doesn't get responded to, though Raynor is there. Gul'dan gonna save, actually, the mid fort. So, once again, Punisher not getting any value, and we're gonna get a 5th Immortal at the rate this game is going. That is absolutely massive. We'll either be in the mid or the bot lane, and certainly Illidancing Queens wanting it in the bot, and certainly Frank's Furters wanting it in the mid. Gul'dan steps up to defend the fort solo and pays the iron price for it. Illidancing Queens getting a big kill at a big moment where they can come down, they can get mid fort. They could have pressured a keep there, I think, as well, if they wanted up in the top. Said Raynor, not the worst at defending when Hyperion is up, though it is down for 10. Mid fort finally goes down, so the passive XP will start to favor Illidancing Queens as they've neutralized out mid and top lane. Bot lane, they are still getting that every third wave advantage. That noob stepping in. I'm just going to click broccoli here so that way it will clear that bottom left of my screen. There we go. So, wall still standing. It is in the bottom lane, so a huge edge to Illidancing Queens. Especially given they still have a wall in this lane and a well. Very big advantage. The win condition now for Furters is to win the team fight on the next objective and to go mid and end the game. That's their best chance. But they are going to have to clean up some lanes a bit. They're going to get their top bruiser in the lane. They need to clean up a siege camp in the mid and in the bottom. Siege camp here going to be up in 3 seconds as well. Looks like Illidancing Queens really wants this. Is it going to get contested? Is not. The Furters needing to do some cleanup. Maiev goes in, looking for the engage. There's the Warden's cage. A noob getting pulled back into the silence. DJ Coldcuts blowing the mech right before the death timer. There's the cocoon onto Maiev. Sonya tries to break it out, but pays for it. And now Sestrin gonna have a hard time getting away. Flailing Swipe comes in, but Maiev blinked back into the fight. I don't know if that was intended, but in either case, that is now 2 kills, and this could be GG. Born to Shine now in a bad spot. She has her last swipe, but she gets rooted, and that will be the kill there. Now JakeBot trying to walk away from this. No, he's gonna get slowed, and he is gonna get engaged on, and that should be the game. Diablo is up in 3. This is gonna take a miraculous defense to save this game. And Frankfurters, their win condition was to win a fight. And oh, a noob though will go down here. Will it be enough? Raynor is still alive. JakeBot goes down. And that time he does not have souls. So he will be down for the count. It is a very lowly Kel'Thas defending. Are they going to go for this? They're not. Oh, Kel'Thas just doing so much damage here. And they are going to walk away from this. Keep in mind, though, time is... I don't know if it's on their side. Diablo down for 45. That should help them get the shrine. They are going to lose this bot keep. Nobody backing to clean it at the moment. They are all inning with this Immortal, but this Immortal has to go through a fort, and then a keep wall, and then a keep. Meanwhile, their core is about to come under attack from a Khazra camp and a catapult. This is a tricky situation right now for Frankfurters. They had the opportunity, and I think they had to go for it. This series has been wild indeed. Both teams just seeming in both games so far, really having a hard time getting value off some of the kills they get at times. And you fix that not by getting more kills, but actually by taking some time to see what you can do in the macro game. This Immortal is in the lane, and half the Immortal's dead, and it is so far not even translated into a fort. D.Va comes in. Oh, D.Va might pay for this one. Horrify came out, though, trying to go for the Kel'Thas. Boggs is trying to turret mode. There's the Mana Addict, but it's not enough. Boggs, pew, pew, bang, bang. Lots of pew-pews. There's a Raynor pew-pew. There's a D.Va pew-pew. There's the Moonfire pew-pew. JakeBot having to use the Hellgate to get away, but his health bar is yellow, and he goes down to the Gul'dan. This might be the opportunity Frankfurters needs. They do not need this keep. They can ignore it, they can go core, or they can focus on getting this Stukov kill. Stukov is absolutely not making it out of this one. That will be enough to secure the game, one would imagine. They get the keep down just so they can rotate in. Hyperion comes out. There is 5 pushing, 2 defending. It is Maiev and Sonya. They need the god tier Warden's Cage. Are they going to get it? There's the root onto Sonya. The shield's down to 30%, down to 25, and there they go. Frankfurters is going to win game number 2. Yeah, these games have been crazy. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. Ducking butts, as we would say. All right. So, take a look. Stats. Wow, game didn't look at stats really the whole way through it. Mouth with some really good heal numbers. Born to Shine had a rough game. 6 deaths, unfortunately. And that really kind of cost the team at critical junctures. But that's one of the things where Stukov can struggle into comps that have things like Anubarak and like Diva. That mobility into the back line really just makes it hard for Stukov to spread the heals, to step up for those WE combos. But either way, we are going to get set up for the third and final game of the series. We'll be right back. Stay I've been muted this whole time, haven't I? Sorry about that. Jumping into this game. Here we go. The series has been wild. Sorry about the sound issues there. Taking a look at those talents. Stacking talents here. Mana Addict Shield. Big power slide. Looking for the engage. Sestrin able to get past the ETC with the Wailing Banshees. It is ace in the hole from Raynor. So going for that PvP damage. Brightwing going the Polymorph talent. Getting the additional slow. There is a chance to go for the reset. You have to sweet spot a Q right after the Polymorph. It's very doable, but also fairly mana intensive. We're going to have to keep an eye on our mana. That said, Brightwing, one of the heroes that mana's not a huge bother because she can back and global into the fight as needed. Keeping an eye. Both teams rotating now. Siege turrets being taken by both teams. Little bit of a lead there by Frank's Furters getting it in. Bog stepping up to help chunk some damage into the Urel, who does walk away. Good little flank there, just to remind them, hey, you gotta stay honest in the lane, mate. Healing camp is up. Nobody making a play for it yet. 4v3 in the mid at the moment. ETC takes some Living Bomb damage, but not too much. Both teams, though, soaking fairly effectively. Chromie alone in the top, but does get most of that soak, as Last Touching does grant the XP. Important. Last Touching is in Heroes of the Storm now. It's been since the last anomaly. Unlike this anomaly, was good. Big Bot getting the poly. Damage coming out from Raynor, taking advantage of it. Both teams start looking to make a play for their siege. Looks like Kael'thas doing just that. Nobody on the side of Frank's Furters making a play for their camp yet. Mid lane getting cleaned up by Franks.
Terminal online.
Burden, Sylvanas, Deckard all cleaning up this mid lane. Very even on XP. Pretty much dead even at this point. Maybe a sliver of an edge to Illidancing Queens. But Frank's Furters for now controlling the point. That will get while you control the point early here, the other team soak. So often it's worth it to not try to commit to getting the objective early here. Rather, focus on soaking that level 7. And if you keep someone on the point and they get channel progress, great. But now they have to back up, recognizing they're about to lose 7. Raynor and ETC getting it top. There's some focus. Rexar taking a bit of damage, but now level 7 ticked over for Illidancing Queens. Not far behind as Frank's Furters, but they are a little bit behind. And Deckard gonna look for those big rubies into the back line to set up good dive engages. Misha has gone down. Someone call Peta. Peta. I've always said Peta because I think of it like a Latin E. Like, E is typically pronounced A in Latin languages, and A is pronounced I always think like Peta when I see acronym. Apparently it's Peta? Pete? Shouldn't be Pete. That would sound stupidest. Although, power slide through. Hits 3. Sestrin in a bad spot. Yutari's low. Can they get Dallying Pig? No, they can't. Jakebot unable to get the finish. Now Misha and Boggs on the back line trading out damage. Overtime has been hit, but Jakebot not going to be able to... At this point, he's just taking free damage. He needs to back up. Not going to be able to get back on, so there will be some channel progress here by Frank's Furters. Sylv will be back up, though, and they will have another chance to contest. Both teams, once again, very even on XP this match. The one kill inside of for the side of Frank's Furters, not making a huge difference yet. Dax going in. Ooh, Born to Shine is so low. Oh, the power slide through. Raynor and Deckard go down at the same time. Both teams at 99%, but JakeBot is just not going to get the healing now with Deckard down. And now Yutaru, desperate to make something happen. Yrel moves back onto the point, but I think they're just delaying the inevitable now. As the Triglav overtime ends, Triglav comes down, it is Frank's Furters. There we go, so Sylv now in the bot lane clearing. Staying away from the Triglav, just not trying to take too much free damage. About a half-level lead. Growing, though, for Frank's Furters. As they start to pressure up this top lane. Yrel still in the bot lane. Still now making a long rotation up. They are here to defend, but level 10s are here. Thereabouts for Frank's Furters. Coming down now, it is Mosh. It is Rewind, which was picked a bit ago. It is actually Bestial Wrath as the big power slide combo from ETC secures the kill onto Kael'thas. Pinball Wizard value, ahoy. Emerald Wind from the Brightwing. Raynor went Hyperion, as you saw there. Bestial Wrath instead of the Boars. That's interesting. Certainly going to make Misha a fighter. She already is a lover, but now she's a fighter too. You know how you get Cho'Gall? Like, if Cho'Gall gets in the Protector, like, Gall is still Gall. Like, Cho will pilot it, and Gall will just be in the turret being Gall. I wish, like, Rexxar, if Rexxar got into the, Triglav Protector, like, Misha would just follow it around. Wouldn't that be, like, awesome? Just, like, a giant mechanical guy and a fucking bear? That sounds cool to me. Bliss, please. Of course, how would you control it, right? Fine, I haven't thought through this idea. I just like Misha. I'm trying to say. Grabbed here by ETC. ETC power slides through, not able to get Muradin. Woo, my camera just got a little woogly there. Wiggly woggly woogly. Top camp picked up. There is a fort down now in favor of Frank's Furters, so they are going to get that cata pressure. This map with the traditional catapult. It's part of why, admittedly, I don't like Alterac Pass. I don't like that it doesn't have catapults. I think it's just different for the sake of being different. Every other map, the minions are the same, and I don't know why they changed. Then again, I feel the same way about the weather. I understand that, you know, it's a difference when the core naturally regenerates health on Alterac. It's a very different map. Maybe that is a justification. I have opinions, man. I have opinions. Both teams playing near each other, but not really looking for a fight at this point. Although now it's... Oh my god, the four-man mosh. He got everyone in that, and now two are dead, and JakeBot may be the next to fall. He does get out. 200 health. Auto attacker 2 away from death there. That was a huge mosh Dalian pick, and that really puts his team in the driver's seat now. At 13 advantage, gonna allow them with the 2 kills to grab the healing totem. Check timer on enemy turret, 44 seconds. They're not gonna steal that. At least they might, but just not right now. But Frank's Furters in the driver's seat in this game, 6-1 in kills, about a level and a half lead. As Rexxar actually starting to get some pressure here onto the bot lane. Yrel, though, still standing resolute. On the other side, we hadn't actually gone through the ultimates yet. It is the Wailing Arrow, Ardent Defender, Avatar Phoenix, and Stay a While and Listen. They're very standard across the board there. Ooh, focusing the Brightwing, but not really getting there. ETC power slides in. He's looking at the Deckard. Deckard doesn't even need the rewind. Muradin drops as well. Just a bit overextended from the rest of the team. They also used the Emerald Wind to try to get Sylph, but Sylph died right as you hit that R button. Can't animation cancel, unfortunately. 9-1 in kills. Frank's Furters has taken this game over. They want to put someone on the point. Looks like it's going to be Brightwing, but they can siege up elsewhere and start continuing to get value, continuing to push level 16. Looks like they want steal this turret. It is theirs for the taking. ETC soaking the mid. Now making maybe that rotation down to help. They do have some damage on their own fort that they might want to mind. Their own turret is up as well, but it looks like now they're starting to maybe think about making the rotation back top with the rest of the members of Illidancing Queens back up. No, actually, they are going to go for their own turret. So Brightwing does have Emerald Wind, and actually just going to take the treadmill on out of there. 58%, 59%. Chromie needs to be careful here. Brightwing going to Z back into the fight. Could do a Brightwing bomb, ETC power slide in with the Brightwing Zing for the Emerald Wind. Go top. Top camp, top objective being taken. Sorry, words are hard. My brain is not braining very well today. Sleep, didn't collect anyone there, but Kel'Thas is down. I think maybe Deckard thought he was being chased. He was not. The focus very much onto Kel'Thas. And Muradin does get the death rattle onto Chromie with the help of the Wailing Arrow. But it is a death rattle. He is dead, and Sylvanas, not the best trade there, as Sylvanas does go down. Now the Triglav Protector coming up. They do have Rexar in the gunner's seat, Brightwing in the driver's seat. That is... Hang on. Last I checked, this was banned. Last I checked, this was banned. I mean, it's inconsequential. Neither of these teams made playoffs, but I don't think Brightwing's allowed to be in the vehicle. Unless that's been patched. If it's been patched, then yeah, no problem. Big Mosh there. They're turning their attention onto the core. Core does go down. Certainly it's not, like, I don't think it was being intentionally abused by any means. That is the core going down. So Frank's Furters won the series. 2-1. I'll look into that. I can't remember. There we go. That is your series. We'll go ahead and make Frank's Furters the winner here. 2-1. Great game 3 from Frank's Furters. Easily their best of the... Games 1 and 2 were wild, though. They were absolutely wild. Game 2... kind of much more just a clear case of one team beating another. Yeah, right. Actually, that was banned. So technically, Illidancing Queens could say they won that game. Brightwing's not allowed to get into the Protector. It's irrelevant. Irrelevant to playoff stand. Just worth mentioning. Anyway. From there, that will be the last replay I do today. Thank you all for watching. Yeah.